one of your colleagues, Josh Penry, who was running on the Western Slope, I believe that's Grand Junction.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
His opponent was saying we need to spend money on education about programs about meth, and he was saying no, we need to seal the border. We need to stop crystal meth in its tracks, and the only way you're going to do that is to change the laws.
And interestingly enough, it's being produced so much cheaper now in places like Mexico. You're not seeing the meth labs that you used to see in this state or this country.
Meth importation.
But it's a meth importation.
Well, the statistic that I've heard, I believe I read it in Josh Penry's debate that was in the Post, but if it's not him, it was someone else, but I believe Mexico imports 10,000 times the amount of pseudoephedrine, which is a key ingredient in cold medicine and also in methamphetamine, that they need. And as you know, Mexico doesn't get cold, and there's not a lot of need for sinus and cold medicine in Mexico, so there's definitely a problem with that loophole, and that is another issue. I mean, they've talked about immigration as a security issue, but here's a problem where the drug industry, which is not the legal drug industry, but the illegal drug industry, is bypassing our court systems and our border patrol, and really doing a disservice to our country. And it seems like it's creating just another crowd of criminals.
And another area that is impacted every time. Often when women go to prison, we're seeing a higher number of children going into our foster care systems.
Right.
I don't have all the answers, but I think we need to make a comprehensive approach. We need to focus on reentry of inmates, programs that actually help them succeed. We need to look at sentencing laws, and we certainly need, as the public, start talking about incentivizing for-profit more people being in what I call the bodies and cells. And I hope that through programs like this we make it a mainstream conversation, and that average citizens like us can start beating the advances of those high-paid lobbyists in Washington, D.C. that want to see us keep building more beds, keep seeing profit. Because as we see manufacturing and even some now white-collar jobs leave this country, there's an industry need to fill. How do we make money? Well, let's make money off of the misery and failure, and let's make profits off of ensuring that those people keep going in and out of the system and never making it. Because as long as they don't make it, we see stockholders make money.
Yeah, it's totally morally bankrupt.
It is morally bankrupt, and it needs to stop. And I hope that anyone who's watching, whether they're in Colorado or anywhere in the United States, and by the way, GEO Group wants to start privatizing state mental hospitals, and this isn't just happening in the United States. They are actually privatizing prisons all over the world now.
So they're taking the for-profit prison program globally.
Right.
Wow.
And it should frighten all of us, because if you believe in holding down spending in government, they're creating spending in government, and they're making the money off of it. The taxpayer loses, children lose, the states and federal government lose. We need to stop the trend.
Well, Representative McFadyen, Buffy, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you, Wade.
This has been UP News. I'm your host, Wade Norris. You can see us at www.ultimatepolitics.net. We've been talking about prisons, for-profit prisons, and their impact on our society. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.